Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is the sixth video of our series in which we are discussing Gujarat Board's Class 12 Computer subject. And in this particular video, we are going to discuss chapter number 6, which is Object-Oriented Concepts. So the first question paper which we are going to solve is from March 2018. Let's go to chapter number 6. The first question from chapter number 6 is, in which way of programming the focus is on writing functions or procedures which operate on data? Options are object-oriented programming, procedural programming, query language, option D, all the given options. So let's go to page number 122 to check the correct answer. Pay attention to this first line. Object-oriented programming concepts started originating in the 1960s. Object-oriented programming concepts started originating in the 1960s. Then focus on this line. Some of the popular programming languages that support object-oriented programming are C++, Java, C++, VB.NET, ASP.NET and PHP. Alright. Let's read this paragraph. The way of programming can be divided into two categories, namely structure or procedural and object-oriented. So basically the programming can be divided into two different categories. The first category is structure or procedural oriented. The second one is object-oriented. Let's read more about the first one, the procedural programming. In procedural programming, the focus is on writing functions. Okay, the focus is on writing functions or procedures which operate on data. For example, for library application software, we will think of all process of library applications and focus on the modules like student registration, book issue, book return, fine calculation. So in procedural programming, the focus is on these processes. Now let's talk about the second one, the object-oriented programming. So in object-oriented paradigm, the focus is on objects which contain both data and functionality together. For library application, our focus is on objects involved in application. Here, we think of objects like student, book, and librarian. We also need to think of association between such objects. For example, student returns book. See, I understand it's a bit tricky to understand each and everything at this moment. So what you do, just keep a few things in your mind. Number one, the programming can be divided into two categories. And those two categories are, the number one is procedural or structure oriented programming. And the second one is object oriented programming. In procedural programming, the focus is on writing functions or procedures, and in object-oriented programming, the focus is on objects. That's it. Alright, so let's see which one is the correct answer. So the question was, in which way of programming the focus is on writing functions or procedures which operate on data, and the answer is option B, procedural programming. Okay. Next question. In object-oriented programming, attributes that describe the object are known as what? I'm repeating the question. In object-oriented programming, attributes that describe the object are known as what? Object, method, data field, or behavior. So let's go to page number 123 and check the correct answer. Here you can see, in object-oriented programming, attributes that describe the object are also referred to as data fields. Okay. So the correct answer is option C, data field. So before moving to the next question, let's clarify, let's understand a few terms which are going to be used in the entire chapter. Like what is object, what is attribute, what is class, etc. So the first thing is object. In real world, Objects are the entities of which the world is comprised. Some objects can be concrete things like person, car, or a coffee cup. Other objects may be abstract that do not represent things which can be touched or seen. For example, concepts like date and time, right? All objects have unique identity and are distinguishable from each other. For example, every person has characteristics like name, city, gender, birth date, profession. In object oriented terminology, such characteristics are known as properties or attributes. And to uniquely distinguish one person from other, we use the value of these characteristics. Let me show you a diagram. Here you can see we have a class, then we have a class diagram, and then we have an object. The object is actual car, right? So what do you think? The company has directly manufactured this car? No, right? They must have a blueprint at the first place. After finalizing the blueprint, they must have created a mini model of that car, right? And in this mini model of this actual car, they must have included every feature which is going to be in actual car, right? And then finally they have manufactured the actual car. So the first thing, blueprint of a car, this is called class in object oriented programming or in programming terms. So if I am talking about class, so think of a blueprint. In this example, name of a car, color, top speed, fuel type, everything will be decided at first place. Then after deciding the name, color, top speed, fuel type and operations, the company must have created a mini model of that car. And if everything goes well with mini model of that car, the company has finalized to manufacture the actual car. So this is how the process happens. So here you must have noticed name of car, color, top speed, fuel type. So these are the attributes, characteristics of a car. How will you distinguish one car from the other car? First thing is name. This is X car, this is Y car, right? The color of X car is white, the color of Y car is yellow. The top speed of white car is, let's say, 300 km per hour, and the top speed for another car is 500 km per hour, right? So this is how you are going to distinguish one car from the other. So these are the attributes, or we can say characteristics, right? So in the entire chapter, whenever we are going to encounter with this word attributes, think of these characteristics of any object. Let's say for an example, a person has name, city, gender, date of birth. So these are the characteristics of a person or attributes of a person. Okay. Now here you can see the name of car is Tata Punch. We have given a value to each and every attribute. And here you can see, to identify the objects, we use the value of these attributes, right? And these values are called state. All these things have been asked in the exam already. What is state, behavior, method, members, features, data fields? That's why I'm explaining it to you. So here you can see this Tata Punch, white, 300 km per hour, petrol. So these are the state of these attributes. All right. Additionally, there is a behavior associated with objects. For example, person takes birth, gets name, changes location. The behavior is also known as method. So, any real world object can be described in terms of what it is called, means identity, what it is, its state, and what it does, means its behavior. Right? What it is called means identity, what it is, which is its state, and what it does, which is its behavior. Now let's read this line. In object-oriented programming, attributes that describe the object are also referred to as data fields. So in this case, these are the data fields. Got it? Good. So class, object, class diagram. One more thing, here you can see this class diagram is divided into three parts: top one, middle one, and the bottom one. At the top level, we have the name of that object, which is car. At the middle level, we have all the attributes for the car. And at the bottom section, we have all the operations and methods, right? Let's move to the next question. What is in the middle section of class diagram? We just discussed about this. The class diagram is divided into three parts: the top section, middle section, and the bottom section. Options are method of class, attributes or properties of the class, behavior or operation of class, name of the class. So what do you think? Which one is the correct answer? Let me show you at page number 124. Here you can see we have a class diagram. So let's read this line. In class diagram, a class is represented with an icon using a rectangle split into three sections to present name, attributes, and behaviors. So name of the class in the top section, attributes or properties of the class in the middle section, and behavior or operations or methods of the class in the bottom section. All right. Here you can see the diagram of class person. The name of the object is person. A person has name, city, gender, birth date, profession. These are the data types. Data types tells which type of value is allowed. Like in name, only string is allowed. For city, string. For gender, only M and F. M for male and F for female. And for birth date, only date is allowed. Don't worry, we will discuss in detail what is data type in 7th chapter. Okay. And one more thing, here you can see a sign. This is minus sign. We are going to discuss all the signs which are available in class diagram after this question. And then we have operations like set birth date, change city, and display the details. So what is the correct answer? What is in the middle section of class diagram? Yes, the correct answer is option B, attributes or properties of the class. Okay, the next question is, which sign is used for package visibility? And the options are tilde sign, hashtag sign, plus sign, minus sign. Let's go to page number 125 to check the correct answer. Here you can see visibility can be private, protected, public, or package, represented using symbols minus, hashtag, plus, and tilde. Okay. So we have symbols plus, minus, then hashtag, and then tilde sign. This is called tilde sign. So plus is used for public visibility. Minus is used for private visibility. Hashtag is used for protected visibility, and tilde sign is used for package visibility. So we have four types of visibility available in 6th chapter. Those are public, private, protected, and package. Plus sign is used for public, minus sign is used for private, hashtag sign is used for protected, and tilde sign is used for package visibility. And let me tell you one more thing which is related to this topic. The question could be asked like this: what are the 4 P's of security? What are the 4 P's of security? So the 4 P's of security are public, private, protected, and package. We will study this 4 P's of security in 8th chapter, right? I'm telling you this 4 P's of security right now so that it stays in your mind. All right. So, which sign is used for package visibility? And the correct answer is option A, tilde sign. Hashtag is used for protected, plus is used for public, and minus is used for private. Next question is, from the following, which mechanism provides protection to data and members of the program? From the following, which mechanism provides protection to data and methods of a program? Options are aggregation, composition, polymorphism, encapsulation. So all these terms are important. But as of now, let's go to page number 126 to check the correct answer. The topic name is encapsulation, and here is the third paragraph. In object-oriented programming, this problem can be solved using encapsulation. So they are solving some problem. You can read these two paragraphs to understand what is the problem. Here, data and the methods that manipulate data are guarded against modification or misuse by other components of the program. This mechanism of providing protection to data and methods of a program is called encapsulation. Okay, this mechanism of providing protection to data and methods of a program is called encapsulation. So the correct answer is encapsulation. So what does encapsulation provide? Encapsulation provides protection to data and methods of a program. Next question is, which type of relationship is there between composition and aggregation class? Options are is not a, has a, is a kind of, is a. Let's go to page number 128 to check the correct answer. So here you can see the topic name is aggregation and composition. So let's quickly understand what is aggregation and composition. When objects of one class are composed of objects of other class, right? When objects of one class are composed of objects of other class, it is called aggregation or composition. It represents as a or a part of relationship between classes. For example, motherboard is a part of computer, right? Motherboard is an independent component. So in aggregation and composition, relationship between classes can be represented using has a or a part of keyword. And the correct answer is option B, has a. Next question is, in which feature object-oriented programming allows defining more than one method having same name but different signature in class? Options are aggregation, data abstraction, function or method overloading, encapsulation. So let's go to page number 128 to check the correct answer. Here you can see the topic name is polymorphism. Let's read the first line. Polymorphism means many forms. There may be different forms of single method or operation. Now let's read this line. Object-oriented programming allows defining more than one method having same name but different signatures in a single class. This feature is known as function or method overloading. Let me tell you one more thing. So basically we have two different things. One is overloading and the second one is overriding. So overriding is given in 8th chapter, but let me clear it right now. So overloading, same name, different signature, right? And in overriding, same name and same signature. So if in question they have asked one method have same name but different signatures, the answer will be overloading. And if they have asked a method having same name and same signature, then answer will be overriding. Is that clear? Good. So the topic name is polymorphism, and polymorphism means many forms or multiple forms. So the correct answer is function or method overloading. The next question is composition model refers to which of the following relationship? Options are non-exclusive, exclusive, a kind of relationship, none of the given options. Let's go to page number 130 to check the correct answer. Okay, so the first one is aggregation. Aggregation represents non-exclusive relationship between two classes. Alright? Aggregation represents non-exclusive relationship between two classes. Now what does it mean? In aggregation, the class that forms part of the owner class can exist independently, which means the life of an object of the part class is not determined by the owner class. For example, although the motherboard is part of the computer, it can exist as a separate item independent of the computer. Thus, motherboard is not exclusively associated with computer, right? So this is about aggregation. Now let's read about composition. Composition represents exclusive relationship between two classes. Now what does this exclusive relationship means? Composition is a strong type of aggregation where the lifetime of the part class depends on the existence of the owner class. If an object of aggregating class is deleted, its part class object also will get deleted. For example, when an object of class person is deleted, the object of class name is also deleted. Name is associated exclusively with single person. Composition relationships are represented using a filled diamond symbol next to the whole class. Okay, no need to worry. This might be a tricky to understand right now. So just focus on this one line. Composition represents exclusive relationship between two classes. Exclusive relationship. Okay, so let me try to explain you with this diagram on your screen. So here you can see we have a person 1 and we have a person 2. So we have two objects. Person 1 is using one more class which is name, and we have one object and 1 and the another object and 2, right? So name is the blueprint. In blueprint we have included first name, middle name, last name, but this one is object and 1. The first name is Shyam, the middle name is Mohan, last name is Yadav. Here for N2 the first name is Meera, the middle name is Mohan, and the last name is Yadav, right? This object is being used by this person 1, and at the same time we have one more object of address class which is ADR1. It has house, street, city, state, pin code. These are the attributes of this address class, and this object is being used by this person 1 and person 2 as well. Now we have multiple classes, right? So consider this example. Person 1 is using N1 object for storing name and ADR1 object for storing address. Now if I delete this person 1, will this N1 object exist anymore? No. As soon as person class gets deleted, N1 object will also get deleted. But the address object will not get deleted as it is being used by the another person. So here between person and name we have which kind of relationship? Aggregation or composition? You tell me. Yes, composition. And between person and address which kind of relationship is there? Aggregation, because it is non-exclusive. The part class can exist on its own. But here if the person 1 gets deleted and one object will not survive. So between name and person we have exclusive kind of relationship, and in between person and address we have non-exclusive type of relationship. So I hope it's clear to you. The question is composition model refers to which of the following relationship, and the answer is exclusive. Okay. The next question is Inheritance is generally referred to which kind of relationship between two classes? Inheritance is generally referred to which kind of relationship between two classes? Options are not is a relationship, a part of relationship, is like relationship, is a relationship. Let's go to page number 131 to check the correct answer. So here you can see the topic name is inheritance. Inheritance is generally referred to as is a kind of relationship between two classes. Right? Inheritance is generally referred to as is a kind of relationship between two classes. So earlier we have seen aggregation and composition. Aggregation and composition uses is a or has a part of. Right? Is a or has a part of to represent the relationship between two classes. And in inheritance, the keyword is a kind of relationship. Here they have given an example. For example, teacher is a kind of person. Teacher is a kind of person. So the correct answer is a relationship. It could be is a kind of or simply is a relationship. Alright. The next question is parent class is referred to which class in object oriented programming language? I'm repeating the question. Parent class is referred to which class in object oriented programming language? Options are extended class, child class, subclass, base class. So let's go to page number 132 to check the correct answer. Let's read this line. In object oriented terminology, new class is called subclass, child class, or derived class. Okay, the new class is called subclass, child class, or derived class, whereas the existing class is called superclass, parent class, or base class. Alright, existing class is called superclass, parent class, base class, and new class is called subclass, child class, or derived class. So what is our question? Parent class is referred to which class? Extended? No. Child class? No. Subclass? No. Base class? Yes. Option D is the correct answer. Base class. Alright, so this was all about March 2018 paper, and I'm sure you must have learned so many things till now. Let's move to the next question paper. Okay, so the next question paper is from March 2019. Let's move to chapter number 6. And the first question from chapter number 6 is which of the following is used to define common features of similar objects? I'm repeating the question. Which of the following is used to define common features of similar objects? Options are class, methods, object, variable. Let's go to page number 123 to check the correct answer. So as you can see on your screen, the topic name is class. Let's read this line. Object-oriented system uses the concept of class that enables to express the set of objects that are abstractly equivalent, differing only in the values of their attributes. Class can be considered as a blueprint for various objects. Remember, I told you. A class is a template for multiple objects with similar features. I'm repeating this line. A class is a template for multiple objects with similar features. It describes a group of objects with similar attributes and common behavior. Objects in the same class share a common semantic purpose. Thus, class is a general concept used to embody all the common features of a particular set of objects. Right? So, which of the following is used to define common features of similar objects? and the correct answer is option A, class. The next question is, in class diagram, a class is represented with an icon using a rectangle is splitted into how many sections? We all know the correct answer. The correct answer is option B, 3. You can go to page number 124 to check the correct answer. Let's read the next question. Which of the following stands for UML? Which of the following stands for UML? United Mainland, United Model Language, Unified Modeling Language, Union Model Language. So let's quickly go to page number 124 and see which is the correct option. Okay, so the topic name is Introduction to Class Diagram. The class diagram presents a collection of classes, constraints, and relationship among classes. Unified Modeling Language or UML can be used to create models of object-oriented software to help with design of an application. UML is a visual modeling language defined and maintained by the Object Management Group OMG. So you have to keep few things in your mind. First one is full form, Unified Modeling Language. Second, UML is a visual modeling language. And third, it is defined and maintained by OMG Group, Object Management Group. Okay, what is the purpose? So the purpose of the class diagram is to model the static view of an application, right? So the correct answer is option C, Unified Modeling Language. Next question. In UML, which symbol is used for private visibility? We all know the correct answer. Private visibility is shown using minus sign. Plus sign is used for private, tilde sign is used for package, and there is one more sign, hashtag. Hashtag is used for protected visibility. And remember, I told you what is the different way of asking the same question. They could ask what are the 4 P's of security. So the 4 P's of security or the visibility, both are same. So whenever you encounter with these two terms, first one is visibility modifiers and second one is 4 P's of security. Just keep in mind that these two terms are same. Whether they ask for visibility modifiers or 4 P's of security, the answer is same, private, protected, public, package, right? And here for this question, which symbol is used for private visibility? The correct answer is minus sign. Next question, in UML, which of the following is used as visibility symbol? They are asking the same question in a different way. Visibility symbols. How many visibility symbols do we have? Plus, minus, hashtag and tilde sign. So what do you think? Which one is the correct answer? Yes, option B is the correct answer. Hash sign is used for visibility symbol. Next question. In Java, what keeps the data safe from unintended actions and inadvertent access by outside objects? I'm repeating the question. In Java, what keeps the data safe from unintended actions and inadvertent access by outside objects? Let's go to page number 127 to check the correct answer. So here you can see encapsulation keeps the data safe from unintended actions and inadvertent access by outside objects. So the correct answer is option B, encapsulation. So what is the responsibility of encapsulation? Encapsulation keeps your data and methods safe. Simple. Next question is, polymorphism is achieved using how many types of overloading? Polymorphism is achieved using how many types of overloading? Let's go to page number 128. Here we have polymorphism. Let's read this paragraph. Thus, polymorphism is achieved using two types of overloading: function overloading and operator overloading. Right? So, the correct answer is option A, 2. Next question is, aggregation represents which type of relationship between two classes? We have already covered this question. It was asked in the previous question paper. So I hope you know the correct answer, and the correct answer is non-exclusive. Aggregation represents non-exclusive relationship between two classes, right? The next question is, in inheritance, two classes have which type of relationship? We have discussed inheritance as well, and you know the correct answer. The correct answer is option A, is a relationship, or you can say is a kind of relationship. All right, you can go to page number 131 to check the correct answer. We have already discussed in the previous question paper. This was all about March 2019 paper, and I'm sure you must have noticed that so many questions have been asked repeatedly. So this was all about March 2019 paper. Let's move to the next question paper. Okay, the next question paper is from March 2020. Let's move to chapter number 6. So the first question is, by using which kind of programming language flexibility is gained by being able to change or replace modules without disturbing other parts of code? Options are procedural programming, higher level programming language, object oriented programming language, C programming language. Let's go to page number 122 to check the correct answer. So here you can see this paragraph. The paragraph says the power of object-oriented programming language enables the programmer to create modular, reusable and extendable code. As a result, programmer can formulate a program by composition and modification of existing modules. Flexibility is gained by being able to change or replace modules without disturbing other parts of code. So, what do you think? Which one is the correct answer? Yes, the correct answer is option C, object-oriented programming language. The object-oriented programming language gives flexibility to change or replace modules without disturbing other parts of code. The next question is, which of the following is a general concept used to embody all the common features of a particular set of objects? We have already covered this question before, and the correct answer is option D, class. You can go to page number 123 to check the correct answer. The next question is, to identify the objects, we use the values of these attributes. To identify the objects, we use the values of these attributes. These values are called what? So we also have discussed this thing before, right? And you must know the correct answer. The correct answer is state. Let me show you it on page number 123. Here you can see, to identify the objects, we use the value of these attributes, and these values are called state. We have already seen this thing. The next question is, in the syntax of attribute declaration in UML notation, which pair bracket values users are supposed to specify? Options are curly braces, angular brackets, square brackets, parentheses. Let's go to page number 125 to check the correct answer. So here is the UML and here is the syntax. Let's read this paragraph. Here, items written in pair of square brackets are optional, right? So square bracket is used for optional items. And user is supposed to specify the values for items enclosed in angle brackets, right? So if something is written between angular brackets, so user have to specify that thing, and something is written in square brackets, so user can skip that thing. And the question is, which pair bracket values users are supposed to specify? So obviously option B, angle brackets, right? The next question is, which are the two core elements for any computer program? Which are the two core elements for any computer program? Options are function and method, data and layout, layout and method, data and function. Let's go to page number 126 to check the correct answer. Here you can see for any computer program, two core elements are data and functions. Alright. So the correct answer is data and function. So the next question is, what is called the capability of using same names to mean different things in different contexts? Options are overloading, overriding, layout, messaging. So we have already discussed this thing before. Remember we discussed about overloading and overriding. In overloading, the name is same and the signature is different. And in overriding, name and signature both are same. So let's go to page number 128 to check the correct answer. Let's read this paragraph. Polymorphism is achieved using two types of overloading, function overloading and operator overloading. In general, the capability of using same names to mean different things in different contexts is called overloading. So the correct answer is option A, overloading. Next question is, in which of the following the class that forms part of the honor class can exist independently and the life of an object of the part class is not determined by the honor class? Options are inheritance, polymorphism, aggregation, data abstraction. I hope you remember we have discussed this thing earlier and you must know the correct answer. So what do you think? Which one is the correct answer? Yes, the correct answer is option C, aggregation. Because aggregation represents non-exclusive relationship between two classes. Let me show you the example which we discussed earlier. So here you can see the example. Here we have P1 and P2, two objects of person class, two objects of name class and one object of address class. And this object of address is being used by both the persons, P1 object and P2 object, right? And on the other hand, this P1 class is using N1 object of name class. This P2 object of person class is using N2 object of name class, right? So if I tell you the relationship between person and name, so this is composition relationship, means this is exclusive relationship between name and person. And if I talk about relationship between person and address class, so this is non-exclusive relationship, because if P1 is get deleted, address object can remain on its own. But on the other hand, the name object and one object cannot remain on its own. It will get deleted as soon as the P1 will get deleted. Right? Simple. So in question they have asked, in which of the following the class that forms part of the honor class can exist independently and the life of an object of the part class is not determined by the honor class? Correct answer is aggregation, right? The next one is, teacher is a kind of person is an example of which of the following options? We have already discussed this thing earlier. The correct answer is option C, inheritance. So how would you identify the relationship from this keyword is a kind of? Is a kind of keyword is used in inheritance to show the relationship between two classes, right? Alright, so this was all about March 2020 paper, and I'm sure after solving 3 question papers, chapter number 6 is making sense to you, right? Okay, then let's solve next question paper. So as you can see on your screen, we are going to solve May 2021 paper. Let's go to chapter number 6. And the first question from chapter number 6 is, in which kind of programming the focus is on writing functions or procedures which operate on data? We have seen this question before, right? And we all know the correct answer. The correct answer is procedural oriented programming language. In procedural oriented programming language, the focus is on writing, and we also know that the programming is divided into two categories. The first category is procedural oriented programming and the second one is object oriented programming, right? Let's move to the next question. The next question is, in object oriented system, which of the following concept enables to express the set of objects that are abstractly equivalent, differing only in the values of their attributes? I'm repeating the question. In object oriented system, which of the following concept enables to express the set of objects that are abstractly equivalent, differing only in the values of their attributes? Options are attribute, method, object, class. We have seen this thing before, but let me show it to you one more time on page number 123. So as you can see, the topic name is class. The third line from the first paragraph, object-oriented system uses the concept of class that enables to express the set of objects that are abstractly equivalent, differing only in the values of their attributes. So the correct answer is option D, class. Next question is, which of the following techniques relies on the separation of interface and implementation? Options are encapsulation, polymorphism, data abstraction, and inheritance. Let's go to page number 126. So as you can see on your screen, the topic name is data abstraction. Let's quickly understand what this data abstraction is. So data abstraction is a process of representing the essential features of the objects without including implementation details, right? Abstraction is a concept that hides the complexity. It says what it does, but not how it is done. Remember this line. It says what it does, but not how it is done. They have given an example. Let's read it. Let's take one real life example of a television set. We can turn television set on and off, change the channel, adjust the volume. But we do not know its internal details like how it receives signals over the air or through a cable, how it translates them and finally displays them on the screen. Thus, there is a clear separation of internal implementation of television set from its external interface. We can play with it via external interfaces like the power button, channel changer, and volume controller without having any knowledge of its internals. So, data abstraction, thus, is a technique that relies on the separation of interface and implementation. I hope you have got the correct answer. Data abstraction is a technique that relies on the separation of interface and implementation. So the correct answer is option C, data abstraction. Next question is, which of the following keeps the data same from unintended actions and inadvertent access by outside objects? We have seen this question before and we all know the correct answer. The correct answer is encapsulation. The next question is, which are the examples of data abstraction in C++ or Java? Options are structures, abstract data types, classes, objects. So let's go to page number 127 to check the correct answer. Okay, let's read this paragraph. Abstract data types or structures in C++, classes in C++ and Java are examples for data abstraction. Okay, so in C, abstract data types, ADT, or structures are the examples for data abstraction. And in C++ or Java, classes is used for data abstraction. So in question they have asked which are the examples for data abstraction in C++ or Java, and the correct answer is option C, classes. Okay, let's go to the next question. The next question is which of the following term means many forms in object oriented concepts. We have already discussed this thing. Polymorphism means many forms, and the option D is the correct answer. The next question is which kind of relationship is referred by aggregation between two classes? Which kind of relationship is referred by aggregation between two classes? Is a part of, is a kind of, like a. What do you think? Which one is the correct answer? Let me show you it on page number 128. Here you can see has a or a part of. So the correct answer is option B, a part of. The next question is which of the following represents exclusive relationship between two classes? We all know the correct answer. The correct answer is composition. Composition represents exclusive relationship between two classes, and aggregation represents non-exclusive relationship between two classes. So for this question, the correct answer is composition. The next question is which of the following symbol represents basic aggregation in object-oriented concept? Options are fill diamond, empty diamond, arrow pointing to subclass, arrow pointing to superclass. Let's go to page number 130 to check the correct answer. Read this line. Basic aggregation is represented using an empty diamond symbol next to the whole class as shown in figure 6.7. So basically an empty diamond symbol is used to represent aggregation. And the correct answer is B, empty diamond. The next question is which of the following names is given to the existing class in object-oriented terminology? We have already discussed about this topic and we all know the correct answer. First, let's see which are the options available. Option A, superclass, subclass, child class, derived class. And they have asked for existing class. So the correct answer is option A, superclass. Okay, so this was all about May 2021 paper. Let's move to the next question paper. So as you can see on your screen, this is July 2022 paper and this is our last question paper which we are going to discuss. Let's go to chapter number 6. So the first question from July 2022 paper is how many specific properties are supported by object-oriented language? How many specific properties are supported by object-oriented language? Let's go to page number 122. Let's read this paragraph. Object-oriented programming uses object as its fundamental building block. Similar objects are classified using a concept of class. A computer language is object-oriented if they support 4 specific object properties called abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. I'm repeating this line. A computer language is object-oriented if they support 4 specific object properties, which are abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. Right? So how many properties are there? 4. So the correct answer is option D, 4. 4 specific properties are supported by object-oriented language. Next question is in which kind of programming the focus is on writing functions or procedures which operate on data? We have already discussed about this topic and we all know the correct answer. The correct answer is option A, procedural programming. In procedural programming, the focus is on writing functions or procedures which operate on data, right? Let's move to the next question. The next question is in object-oriented programming, which is referred to as attribute that describe the object. Options are data value, data text, data field, data type. We have seen this question before and we all know the correct answer. The correct answer is option C, data field. The next question is, in class diagram, class is represented with an icon using a rectangle. What is available in the middle section of it? We have already covered what class diagram is, how many parts of a class diagram are there, and what is available in all the sections. So in the middle section, we all know attributes or properties of the class is available, right? Let's move to the next question. The next question is, which of the following property of object oriented programming discourages direct access to common data? Options are encapsulation, data method, data abstraction, data polymorphism. Let's go to page number 127 to check the correct answer. So here you can see we have a paragraph. Let's read this third line. Object oriented programming discourages direct access to common data, right? And we are reading this line under which topic? Under encapsulation. So who discourages direct access to common data? Encapsulation, right? The question was, which of the following property of object oriented programming discourages direct access to common data? And the correct answer is encapsulation. Encapsulation is that property of object oriented programming which discourages direct access to common data. Let's move to the next question. The next question is, object oriented programming allows defining more than one method having same name but different signatures in a single class. What is the name of this feature? We have seen this question before. The correct answer is function or method overloading. The next question is, in class diagram, which symbol represent composition? Let's go to page number 130 to check the correct answer. So earlier we saw basic aggregation is represented using an empty diamond, right? So aggregation is represented using an empty diamond. And here you can see composition relationships are represented using a filled diamond symbol. Alright, so for aggregation, which symbol is used? An empty diamond. And for composition, which symbol is used? A filled diamond. Here you can see in this diagram, figure 6.7. So this is filled diamond and this is empty diamond. So between person and name, there is exclusive relationship. If person object is not there, object of name will not exist. And between person and address, there is aggregation. Between person and address, there is non-exclusive relationship. It means if person object is get deleted, object of address will live independently. So the correct answer is filled diamond symbol. Let's move to the next question. The next question is, in object-oriented terminology with reference to inheritance, which is not a proper name of an existing class? Options are subclass, parent class, superclass, base class. We have already discussed the other names of an existing class. An existing class can be called parent class, superclass, or base class, but not subclass. Subclass is used for child class or derived class. So the correct answer for this question is option A. Subclass is not a proper name of an existing class. Alright, so this was all about July 2022 paper. We have covered all the questions of chapter number 6 from July 2022 paper. And I'm sure you are not feeling the same way as you were feeling when the lecture was started. When the lecture was started, you were like, what is going on? You were not getting anything at all. But now, after solving 5 different question papers, you are able to understand what chapter number 6 is. Now, chapter number 6 is making sense to you, right? After solving these 5 question papers, now you are able to understand what object is, what is class, what is encapsulation, data abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, aggregation, compositions, right? And if you still have confusion related to any topic, I would suggest watch this video one more time, and I'm sure all of your doubts will get solved automatically. You will get the answer for all of your doubts. If you are watching this video, I'm assuming that you have watched all the 5 previous videos of this series. And if you have watched all the 6 videos of this series, we would like to know from you whether these lectures are making sense to you or not. Whether you all are learning something or not. If these lectures are making sense to you, or you are learning something from these lectures, please let us know in the comment section, and also please let us know how we can improve in our upcoming videos so that you get to learn more. Alright, so that's it for this lecture. See you in the next lecture. Till then, stay happy and keep learning. Thank you.